It is truly a pleasure to welcome everyone to our annual board installation and awards banquet. If this is your first time coming for this evening, we're going to go over a little bit of information about what the Chamber's up to, what we've done over the past year, and then give some recognition for businesses and nonprofits that have done something a little extra special over the past year. I'm really proud because this year we have 16 awards. I think that's probably a record. And it's remarkable, so thank you. And one of our new award categories, I noticed that there were some businesses and organizations that really invested a lot of their time and energy into improving their property and the landscape of what impacts Madison as a community. So our board had a conversation and we thought it was just only fitting to come up with the Property Improvement and Beautification Recognition Award. These awards celebrate the places in Madison that make a meaningful transformation in their appearance, adding to the visual character and charm of our town. And the experience that you as a resident or a business owner or someone who works for a business and our visitors, it has an impact on how you feel about where you're traveling throughout Madison. So it'll be interesting we're excited to share with you who these organizations and businesses are. We're proud to recognize 6 milestone honorees. They're listed in your program. Again, these are organizations that have reached a remarkable point in their journey. And some of them are over 100 years, right? That's remarkable. One of our family members, she hit her 100th birthday in November, and we were just like over the moon about that. I couldn't imagine having a business or an organization through those many different chapters of what happens in our country and through our lives. So it's quite a journey. So we're really excited to recognize these businesses and organizations. And we're also going to present 6 special awards. Again, looking at individuals and again, organizations, because our nonprofits are really pivotal and important in our community. And we're going to recognize those efforts that are not always widely known. And in particular, there's 1 or 2 that when I heard about them in our town, I said, that's special, and I'll bet people don't know that story, because we all have a story. And our story is what gives us our unique character about who we are and where we're coming from. And we have our silent auction. So I really hope that you all have had an opportunity to peruse and check out what's happening over there on those tables. That auction is special. It's not just to try to entice you to buy something. Like one of our members shared that her husband bought something and they didn't use it because, yeah, exactly. But he just felt it was, I like enticing people, but at the end of the day, the mission of our auction is so that we as a business community can give 2 scholarships to Daniel Hand High School seniors. Thank you. Those scholarships come from not just the Chamber, but they come from the business community. And part of the application process, and it's a long process that these students fill out, we have it that it's a criteria that they're going to pursue a degree in business. Because why wouldn't we, right? It's pursuing business as we as businesses connect. So, because every one of us here contributes in a meaningful way, whether you're an educator, a business owner, a nonprofit leader, a service provider, or a volunteer. The work you do touches the lives and strengthens our community. So we support each other, we collaborate, and we lift each other up. And in that spirit, it's what makes Madison such a special place. In 2025, we had 26 business and networking events. I've grown our social media from just a little over 3,000 followers to 5,400 followers. Our membership, thank you. Our membership is strong and steady at over 340 to 360 on average. I'll always play down a number versus trying to brag up. Community events, 14. beachcomber, paper shredding, events on the green, sidewalk sales, Super Bowl, you name it, we've got it. Home Design Expo, Health and Wellness is back this year. We've got a lot of things, and part of that is to inspire people to enjoy where you live, to intrigue people to come and visit, support our businesses, and make Madison a great place to live, work, and enjoy coming home to every day. Our digital marketing, I had over 48,000 views on posts. My reach was 135,000. And on Constant Contact, last year I put out 171 digital campaigns with an average open rate, and anybody can come to my office, you've heard me say it, 49 to 51%. Top that. So, thank you. So that's enough boasting. A year ago, Kate Knessa, if you haven't met him, you really should, walked in my office. And I said to Kate, who are you? And he does video documentary work. So he's a video storyteller. And Kate decided to follow me around last year to community and business events. And here's a little touch point on what Madison was all about in 2025. Meeting people, talking about your business, and learning about others. Because the best referral and the way to grow your business is how? Somebody you trust, somebody you know. So think about that. This is a Chamber Connect in the morning. It was windy. It was horrible. We still hoped. It was the coldest day of summer, but we still showed up. And that's what Madison Chamber is about. We want to show up for you. Thank you. I'm going to wrap up. I'm also honored that this evening we will be installing our new chamber board, our new slate of our board of directors. A group of dedicated individuals who volunteer their time, energy, and leadership to guide the chamber forward. And I just want to thank you. I sincerely want to thank you. Each of you have become a friend. Each of you are important to me, and you all know that I have an open door policy. You can come into my office, you can call me, you can email. It might take me a day or two because it's me and it's Mallory who have been working on all of that throughout the year. But at the end of the day, we love what we do. And even Jeremy's part of the team, although he's not on my payroll. And, that's what love does, right? I just want to thank you. Your engagement and commitment are really important to us, and it's very special. But right now, I'd like to invite my fearless leader, John Mathers, for the past 2 years, our board president, up to the podium.
Thank you, Dawn. Very impressive, right? Let's give a hand to the all done with a staff of 1.5, almost a half. Mallory's a half now, but we haven't had her all year, right? So for the past 2 years, I've had the pleasure and the privilege of serving as the president of the Madison Chamber of Commerce Board of Directors. It's been nothing but an honor to serve alongside my fellow board members, dedicated men and women who have enriched my life and from whom I have learned so much. Much of our chamber's success can be attributed to our CEO, Dawn. Dawn's creativity, her passion, her unwavering commitment are evident in the quality of our events, the growth of our membership, and our continued financial strength. Under her leadership, the Madison Chamber has become recognized, admired, and probably even envied by chambers all across the state of Connecticut. I extend sincere thanks to Dawn for making my time as president enjoyable and deeply fulfilling. And now it's time to pass the baton. I can think of no one more fitting than Orlando Petgrave. Orlando is a pillar of our community, pun intended. Thank you, John. He is, his generosity, his service to others was recognized by the prestigious Beacon Award in 2023. He's a business owner, a Rotarian, a Marine veteran, a family man, and he has $1 million smile. So I'm very pleased to introduce to you the president of the Madison Chamber of Commerce Board of Directors, Mr. Orlando Petgrave.
Thank you, everyone. Good evening, everyone. It is an honor and my privilege to be with you tonight as the new president of the Madison Chamber of Commerce. To be nominated, let me take this up. To be nominated, voted for, and approved by our board of directors is both humbling and appreciated. Thank you for your trust. I want to take this time to thank our outgoing president, John Matters, for his leadership and dedication to the Madison Chamber for over a decade. John's strong leadership has created both enthusiasm and momentum. I am grateful for the foundation you have built, and we are all happy that you will continue to support the Chamber and me. Thank you, John. To our Board of Directors, your dedication to the Chamber is one of our greatest resources. Thank you for your service. A chamber's strength is the sum of its parts. Volunteering with you to help local businesses and our community inspires me. It's a team effort, and I am fortunate to serve alongside you. I look forward to working with you and to continue to grow the Chamber in meaningful and impactful ways. To our members, you are the reason we are here. Without you, there is no Chamber. Your business, your participation, your sponsorships, and your belief in this organization are what make everything possible. Our responsibility is to support you, promote you, and help you to succeed. Our Executive Director, Mrs. Dawn Jackson, not only does an exceptional job managing the day-to-day operation and the events that keep this chamber dynamic, focused, and vibrant, her leadership and passion motivate us all. Thank you for all your hard work and dedication to our members. As I stand here tonight, I realize that I'm a very fortunate man. I want to take this opportunity to thank my wife, Inessa, and my children, even though they're not here tonight, Adele and David, for your love and support. None of this happened alone. Iness, you're my rock, and I love you. As we move forward, together my goals for the Madison Chamber of Commerce are straightforward. Continue our steady growth, support both the established businesses that have long been the foundation of Madison, and to also support the newer, smaller businesses that is working to build their future here. All of us working together will accomplish these goals. Please reach out to me. Let's discuss how the Chamber and I can help your business or organization. I am very honored and excited to be working with all of you. Thank you.
I'd like to invite the Madison Chamber of Commerce new slate of our Board of Directors to come forward, please. You know who you are. I'm going to ask all of you to please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I promise
I promise
to accept the responsibilities
to accept the responsibilities
and perform the duties
and perform the duties
of a member
of the member
of the Board of Directors
of the Board of Directors
of the Madison Chamber of Commerce.
of the Madison Chamber of Commerce.
I promise
I promise
to abide by
to abide by
the Constitution
the Constitution
and bylaws
and bylaws
of the Madison Chamber of Commerce.
of the Madison Chamber of Commerce.
Thank you. You're officially
Thank you.
on board. That actually made me think of something to go off script. So our board of directors is made up of a group of volunteers, businesses, and nonprofits. If anybody ever has any interest in being a volunteer or a member of our board, please don't hesitate to reach out. I've had people inquire, how do I get involved? How do I become a member of your board? Just simply call my office or come in and we can have a conversation. There are openings that do happen, and because it's an evolution of a term that happens with each position. So if you're ever interested, let me know. And again, as Deb from Ascend knows, she walked in, she said, hey, do you need any volunteers? I was like, I sure do today. And Deb came out and she helped me set up the auction. So thank you for volunteering. And your volunteerism really also helps support all of our work. Thank you, John. Thank you, Orlando. Sergio is you're our lead here at the Woodwinds. And I always believe in recognizing the quiet person in the crowd, kind of like Cade with the video. Sergio is the man behind almost every event. When I was signing our contract, I discovered that you had over 300 weddings last year, plus nonprofit events, plus showers, plus Easter brunch, or whatever else you're doing. And I know personally, because every time I've been here, either as a guest or being a part of an event, or hosting like today, you are always here, and I just want to say thank you. I appreciate you. So, Mr. Brady, I'd be honored if you would do that.
Please bow your heads. Heavenly Father, we ask your blessing as we gather, and we have gathered this evening in celebration and friendship. We are grateful for the many gifts you have bestowed upon us and our family over the past years. We thank you for the meal that you have given us, and we thank those that have prepared it. Please remember those less fortunate in our community and hold them in your care. Please, again, bless our new officers, directors, and friends of the Chamber. Please bless and keep safe our first responders who quietly and selflessly protect our families. And remember our armed forces at home and abroad who defend our freedoms and our way of life in an ever dangerous world. We're especially grateful for all those that we honor tonight: the Madison Beach Hotel, the Madison Exchange Club, TJ Salutari of Daniel High School, Madison Dry Cleaners, the Cork and Cask, and the many good works of our past president, Paul Harris. We ask you to remember our departed members and their families. For all these things, we pray in your name. Amen.
Thank you.
Well, good evening, everybody. I know it's a shock to see me here in a tie. It's a shock for me to be in a tie. I wasn't even sure I knew I had them, but I keep them aside for very special occasions and for special events, and I could think of no better reason to put a tie on tonight than to honor the Madison Beach Hotel and especially John Mathers. So most people here know all about Madison Beach Hotel. It's a pillar of our community. I like it because I can walk there in about 10 seconds, which is good. But there's a lot of statistics and facts about the hotel that many people probably don't know. And I'm here tonight to tell you all about them and why the hotel was nominated and is awarded the Business of the Year. So the hotel opened back in 2012. It's like 14 years already. It's unbelievable. And they've distinguished themselves by being an active and supportive member throughout the community. From the opening, John Mathers has been the face of NBH and in his role as the general manager, and for that we are very grateful. There could be nobody better than John for that job. Now, most of us are aware of the wildly popular Summer Grassy Strip concert series, but they also sponsor the 4th of July fireworks, the Outdoor Artisan Marketplace, along with Caribbean Vibe Bashes, holiday tree lighting, and bonfire. We love these events. They do all these things, and for the most part, everything is gratis. Just come down there and have a good time, have a beer or whatever, and it's great. But did you know, in addition to that, the hotel has won 10 industry awards in 2025. So, I mean, it's not just, you know, a hotel on the beach. This place is great. They are part of the Curio portfolio within Hilton, and they have been awarded the highest Hilton recognition in the Curio brand. It's called the Connie, and all of the general managers in hotels strive to participate in the race to get this, and they've won it both in 2024 and 2025. It's unheard of, and again, it's a testament to John, his staff, the people there. It's unbelievable. Here's some other things. USA Today, best waterfront hotel in the U.S., number 4 they got. Best hotel restaurant in the USA, number 3, USA Today. Best restaurant service team in Connecticut from the Restaurant Association of Connecticut. And in addition, they've been recognized in our state for contributions to our town and the state by an official proclamation by the governor. The Best of New England Travel and Best Waterfront Restaurant by Yankee Magazine. So, of special note, is their number one ranking across all Hilton brands globally for service quality, their breakfast, cleanliness, room quality, and other categories. And these come from guest satisfaction surveys. So these are the people who stay there, experience the hotel, fill out the cards, and they send them all in, and they add them all up, and NBH wins. It's unbelievable. So I could go on and talk about the 27 earned media coverages in the past year, plus their financial success, but I am out of time. It is my distinct pleasure to present the 2025 Chamber of Commerce Business Award.
I'd like to invite Orlando Peckgrave up to award the Nonprofit of the Year. By the way, how lucky are we to have that hotel in our community, right? Like, seriously.
I was told the last time that I was holding the mic too close to my mouth, so this time I'll just leave it in the stand. All right, good evening again, everyone. It is my pleasure tonight to recognize a nonprofit organization that has been making a real difference in Madison for a very long time. This year, the Madison Exchange Club celebrates 75 years of service to our community. Since 1951, this all-volunteer group has been dedicated to 4 core missions. And those are Americanism, preventing child abuse, community service, and supporting our youth. Many of the tradition we enjoy here in Madison happens because of the Madison Exchange Club. I just learned this. I didn't realize they do this. So did you know that they organize and fully fund the Madison annual 4th of July parade? And that is one of our town's most cherished celebration. And also, every September, you may drive past the green and see American flags on the green. Every September, they place 300 American flags on the Madison Green for the Madison Salute Our Heroes initiative. A powerful display that honors those who have served our country. The Exchange Club is deeply committed to the young people in our community. Each year, they organize the Easter egg hunt at the Surf Club. They also sponsor the excellent leadership clubs at both Tulsa Middle School and Daniel Han High School, and recognize outstanding students for their achievement. Behind the scene, they also support important community organizations such as the Madison Youth and Family Service. They also help to raise awareness during Child Abuse Prevention Month. For 75 years, the members of the Madison Exchange Club quietly and consistently made Madison a better place to live, work, and raise a family. So tonight, it is our honor to recognize them. I'm not sure who's coming up, but please join me in congratulating the Madison Chamber of Commerce Nonprofit of the Year, the Madison Exchange Club.
Thank you, Orlando, Dawn, and the Chamber of Commerce Board of Directors. This award means so much to us, particularly this year as we celebrate our 75th anniversary. At the Exchange Club's first meeting in 1951, a promise was made to serve the Madison community. We think that we have lived up to that promise over the years. There are lots of milestones in Madison this year, and we look forward to working with the town on Madison 200, America 250, as we plan the July 4th parade. Thank you so much for this honor. We really appreciate it. And one more thing, we are always looking for new members. So we work hard, but we have a lot of fun while we're doing it. So if any of you or anyone you know is interested, please let us know. We would love to treat you to dinner at one of our meetings. Thank you.
Have you ever gone down Boston Post Road during the 4th of July parade? A couple thousand people are lined up. It's because of those hardworking volunteers. They could use an extra helping hand, so think about it. You might have another hour or two in a month. Next, I'd like to invite Tom Vergolto up to present the Citizen of the Year Award.
Good evening, everybody. I have the distinct pleasure and honor to announce and present the award for the Chamber's Citizen of the Year, Anthony T.J. Salutary Jr. Now, getting an award is becoming kind of commonplace for T.J. this year. As principal at Daniel Hand, earlier this year, he was named the 2026 Connecticut Association of Schools High School Principal of the Year, which is really quite an honor. Now, this award recognizes school leaders who create exceptional learning environments and who consistently put students first. Any of you here that know TJ know that he embodies those qualities every day in his job. Now, he served as a principal here at Hand for the past 13 years, and during his leadership, it's been nothing short of remarkable. Hand has been named a school of distinction multiple times, and in 2024, we earned the honor of being designated a National Blue Ribbon School, an achievement that reflects not only the excellence of the school, but the strength of TJ's leadership. It's a distinction that we all take great pride in. Now, I've had the privilege of knowing TJ for much of that time, both as a parent of 3 Hand graduates and as a former board president of the Madison ABC House. Now, in my work with ABC, TJ was the consummate partner. He welcomed the scholars that we brought to Hand with genuine warmth, and he worked with us to ensure that the relationship between ABC and the school created new opportunities for not only the scholars from ABC, but for all of the students in the school. He was always quick to respond to any issue that we had, always thoughtful, always guided by kindness, compassion, and integrity. And if any of you know him, that's how he is every day. Now, as a parent, I saw those same qualities in TJ every time I brought my kids to the school. His commitment to our children was constant. He ensured that they were safe, supported, challenged, surrounded by adults who believed in them. His leadership is and was steady, humble, and deeply human. Now, the Principal of the Year Award recognizes leaders who demonstrate exceptional vision, dedication to staff and students, service to their communities, and contributions to the profession of educational leadership. TJ exemplifies every one of those qualities, and he has done so without ever seeking the spotlight. I also had the opportunity to work with TJ closely on several extracurricular projects that were introduced by my kids. And as he always does, he provided visible, real support to the students, empowered them with the means and opportunities to succeed. He celebrated their efforts consistently and made sure to highlight their achievements, always deflecting credit away from himself. Well, tonight we're going to shine the spotlight on you, TJ. You're a beacon for our children, a citizen of this community that deserves our honor and our thanks. Please, let's give a round of applause for our winner of Citizen of the Year.
So good evening, everyone. So first of all, Tom, thank you. That was incredible, powerful, very meaningful, and you know, leaders, I think true leaders don't ever seek the spotlight. So this has been a really exciting year, but every time something exciting that is about me, it makes it a little uncomfortable. So before I forget, I do want to thank the Chamber of Commerce in Madison for the ongoing support at Daniel Hand High School. And coming to Woodwinds, you know, I'm usually coming here with about 350 teenagers at a junior prom, so a totally different setting. So this is, dare I say, more enjoyable, you know, to say the least. So I really appreciate this recognition. When Dawn called me a few weeks ago, I wasn't available, and my secretary said, you have to call back right now. And usually that's not anything good. So when, you know, I made the phone call, it was really exciting, you know, unexpected to be named Citizen of the Year, and humbling to say the least. You know, really proud to be representing, you know, this significant honor. You know, about 13 years ago, maybe 14 years ago, I was hired to be the principal at Daniel Hand High School. I was so excited. And after 3 years in the high school, I was so impressed. I was speaking to my wife, said we have to move to Madison because we have 2 kids. They have to come to Daniel Hand High School. It's that good of a school. And I asked both my kids, and they agreed. You know, I'm going to be dad and your principal. Not easy. They made it through without issue and did wonderfully. And I will say 2 of the best moves I've ever made, you know, outside of marrying my wife, which was clearly #1 best move. The move to Madison after getting hired at Daniel Hand High School, just simply incredible. And what we've worked on is never being satisfied with, you know, how good our school is. And that's been really exciting. We appreciate everything we have. The support is unbelievable. I have Board of Ed members here this evening. The Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Cook's here. My mother-in-law is here as well. A few other shout-outs are my head football coach, one of my teachers, Coach Becker, Dr. Battaglia, our special ed coordinator, Brian Bodner, outstanding assistant principal. You know, they have a million things they could be doing this evening, and the support that we receive from our community is simply amazing. I think we've earned it, but it is simply amazing, and it's such a great place. And I will say, unquestionably, my better half, who's my wife, who's here, she said, don't text, don't say my name, don't introduce me. She's the true boss. I call her boss all the time, so I genuinely appreciate her support. I'm not sure I'm an easy person to be married to, and I'm also pretty sure it's really hard to be married to a high school principal just based on all of the commitments. So I do appreciate your support, boss. Very much appreciated. When I was hired at Daniel Hand, you know, I had a couple of goals. I'm always students first. You know, I try to support staff to do what's best for students. But I wanted to make a positive impact, developing relationships and always being respectful. And as most of you can imagine, not everyone agrees with decisions I make, and that's, you know, certainly part of leadership. But I do think over time the respect I've earned just based on the consistency that I've offered in this role has been really one of the most exciting parts of my job. I tell everyone, and no offense to anyone here, I have the best job in town. It's really absolutely amazing, and the support has been simply incredible, and a genuine, humbled, unexpected, you know, recognition this evening. And I would just like to really, Dawn, thank you very much, and I appreciate everyone's time and support. Thank you.
I love our kids in the community. I initiated bringing them down to Super Bowl. The Clay Club makes bowls every year. We have a Vibe bake sale. We have the track boosters do a water and beverage station for some of our community events. It's really important to inspire and intrigue the next generation, but nobody does it better than TJ. So congratulations once again to you. I'd like to invite Paul Harris up to talk about Merchant of the Year.
Good evening. It's my great pleasure and honor this evening to recognize the Madison Cleaners as our Chamber Merchant of the Year. Tucked just off the beaten path behind Brother Mike's, Madison Cleaners may be in a modest location, but it stands tall in legacy, service, and heart. At the center of the legacy is Faye Erskine, a proud second-generation owner that has devoted her life to continuing the business that her father began. Faye's story begins back in the Bronx, where she was born, before her family relocated to Westbrook, Connecticut. She was only 6 months old during the hurricane of 1938, arriving in a new community during a historic storm. So her father, originally a painter of houses and bridges, Orlando, in New York City, he made the bold transition in the late 30s to buying a commercial property, laundry business here in Madison in 1943. In 1950, it was relocated to the very building that Madison Cleaners calls home today. From an early age, it was clear that Faye was destined to be in the cleaning business, or the cleaners business. After attending Academy School, she would walk to the family shop each afternoon to help her parents. She married in 1959, raised a son and a daughter while living in Deep River, and later returned to the business following her mother's passing in 1965. At that time, the operation included a coin-operated laundromat. Though there were initial hesitations about expanding the business into dry cleaning, Faye's determination prevailed. The business grew to occupy the entire facility, offering comprehensive and on-site washing as well as dry cleaning services, a hallmark that still continues this day. In 1999, when Happy Hollow approached Faye about opening a restaurant in the front portion of the building, she embraced the opportunity. The thoughtful renovation that followed with the restaurant in front and the cleaners in the back was entirely Faye's vision. It stands today as a testament to her adaptability as well as forward thinking. Faye has worked in every aspect of the business. She understands it from the ground up because she's done it all. Today, her daughter Bonnie works alongside her, continuing the family tradition of dedication and service. When asked what she enjoys most, Faye doesn't hesitate. It's the people. She values her daily interactions, the relationships, and the opportunity to help her customers look and feel their best. Her strong work ethic and deep commitment to this community shines through in everything that she does. She believes that taking pride in how you present yourself reflects care for yourself as well as for others. On a personal note, Madison Cleaners has faithfully cleaned my uniform, as well as those of many of the members of North Madison and Madison Hose. Faye has even helped us keep our Santa suits looking sharp and tidy after the very busy December deliveries. But perhaps what speaks most about her character was her response during the early days of COVID. When the world felt uncertain and the shelves were empty, Faye placed a table outside of her store stocked with wipes, cleaning supplies, and non-perishable food, all free to anyone that needed them. No fanfare, no recognition, just generosity. And if you ask Faye about retiring, she'll quickly tell you that no one can force her to retire. And in fact, no one can even fire her. With the heart that she has for Madison, we wouldn't want it any other way. And so it's with deep respect and admiration that we recognize Faye and the Madison Cleaners as our Merchant of the Year. Faye, congratulations.
Thank you very much, everybody. It was was a nice honor to receive this, and I appreciate it very much. Thank you.
I promised Faye I'd try to get her on the front part of the agenda tonight because she's actually in the shop, believe it or not, at 3 a.m. every day.
One of the favorite parts of my job is learning these stories, right? When I found out about Faye, it was hands down. Next up, I'd like to invite Mr. Michael Perry to award the New Member of the Year award.
Good evening. It's a pleasure to be giving the Member of the Year, New Member of the Year, to Akash Patel from Caston Cork. This recognition is especially meaningful for me, not only because he's a businessman I admire, but he's a friend. With locations in Brantford, Madison, and Ridgefield, Caston Cork has distinguished itself through its passion for quality and its curated selection of spirits, wines, and craft beers. Above all, Caston Cork's team is dedicated to helping customers find exactly the right choice for any occasion. Whether you are a wine enthusiast or just starting out, their team brings knowledge, warmth, and professionalism to every interaction. From the very beginning, Caston Cork brought something special to Madison. In a short time, Caston Cork became not only a valued chamber member, but a true community partner. Akash has generously supported the Madison Chamber, Madison Rotary, the ABC House, the Scranton Library, Vista Life Innovations, to name a few. For us at Rotary, we wanted to have a Nashville night. We knew there'd be line dancing, we knew there'd be hay bales, but we weren't sure what else we were going to do. He said, why don't we do a wine tasting and a bourbon tasting? That was a very good night. We also had a silent auction. We were able to raise $14,000, which we used for Warm the Children, to give needy kids in Guilford and Madison warm clothes this winter, and Akash, it was very much so appreciated this past winter. That generosity speaks volumes about Akash's character and also about the values behind Caston Cork. Please join me in congratulating and appropriately toasting Akash Patel, Caston Cork, as a new chamber member of the year.
Do I say anything? Wait.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
The next award is the Executive Director Award. And when I started working at the Chamber, I thought about the impact that certain individuals have on my day-to-day. And the first year I thought, oh, this person really meant a lot. Let me give an award. Then the next year, it's amazing when you open up your eyes and you reflect on who raises their hand, who genuinely, without asking, just is there. And we've all had these first meetings when you sit with someone for coffee. Maybe it's for a business connection, a personal introduction, or just a casual opportunity to get to know someone a little better. My first meeting with Paul Harris was at Starbucks in Madison. I was interviewing for this very position. From the moment we started talking, I appreciated Paul's sincerity and his genuine willingness to listen. And if you've ever had a conversation with Paul Harris, you know something else about him. He has the uncanny ability to uncover or help you discover something about yourself that you probably had no intention of sharing when the conversation started. Correct? Because Paul has the remarkable way of listening to others, evaluating a situation as the big picture, and putting you completely at ease, no matter what the conversation may be. He's a remarkable friend and member of our community. Paul's support of my work has been steady and unwavering. He's not getting the Executive Director Award because he was part of my interview process. I wanted you to understand that whether it's meeting me at 6 a.m. in the morning for one of our events on the green, or getting there at 11 p.m. to put cones out for Beachcomber, I never have to ask Paul. Paul just does it. That type of support is priceless. Paul is there, and the only time he hasn't been there is when it's been for his family. That's remarkable. And I've worked with global organizations, I've had my own business, but I've never met anyone quite as generous, kind, and supportive as Paul Harris, other than you. Paul leads quietly, generously, and with a deep commitment to his community. He's dedicated to the chamber, to the town, to the people around him, to the North Madison Volunteer Fire Department. So it is truly my pleasure to recognize someone whose support, leadership, and friendship have truly meant so much to me, and I know to so many other people. So please join me in congratulating Paul Harris as the Executive Director.
Jeremy, it was only coffee, trust me.
It was only coffee. I got my tooth right in.
I don't get an opportunity to talk too much, so I made a couple notes because I do want to share these things with you. But North Madison, we joined the Chamber of Commerce about 10 years ago at the suggestion of John Brady, one of our members. We started showing up, the Chamber Connect, the Business After Hours, Beachcomber, Super Bowl. And in the process, I met so many people that have made a real difference to our community. Eileen Banish, back at that time, encouraged me to get more involved. And her support led me to the board, and then it led me to the executive committee, and ultimately to be the chamber president. Eileen always joked it would be so easy because she did all the heavy lifting, and all I had to do was show up and take the credit, which I appreciated probably more than I should have. When Eileen and Tom moved south after 28 years of service, it left some big shoes to fill. Then COVID hit, and the challenges multiplied. And we had, with Michelle Call, our board and the community, we navigated through some very difficult months. When Michelle resigned for personal reasons, I was worried that we had lost our footing. Fortunately, I was introduced to Dawn, and we met at Starbucks, as she said, and within 5 minutes, I knew she was the new leader of the chamber. Dawn, you've taken this organization to a whole new level, and we are all very grateful. So thank you for that. The chamber has given Nomad, and me personally, connections to the businesses and the people of Madison that we would never have met otherwise. Its mission is helping businesses grow and keeping Madison on the map as a place to visit, to shop, to dine, to open up a business, and to raise a family. And those matters are very deep. I encourage everyone here tonight to stay involved or get more involved with the chamber. Whatever you put into it, you'll get back out many times more. And I think most of my board members, if not all, would totally agree with that. Right, John? Good. So thank you for the honor, and thank you, Dawn, for and the board and the members for the kind words tonight. I appreciate it.
All right. Next up, I had a little typo. The Property Improvement Recognition Award is being presented, awards are being presented by Nancy Karras. So I'd like to invite Nancy up. Nancy owns Willow and Birch and the newest kids store in town, Little Willow. If you haven't been, it's a must. Sorry. But every time I walk in there, I'm like, oh, I'm glad I'm not doing this. It's just beautiful.
Well, and we're in big trouble because we just had our little granddaughter 4 weeks ago, so she's the new little mascot. And yes, I am clarifying I'm not John Mathers. So it states in the program. It's great to be here tonight, celebrating something that really makes a visible difference in our community, and that's the improvements made by our local businesses. When a business invests in its property, it's about much more than a fresh coat of paint, sorry Orlando, new landscaping or updated signage. Those things matter, of course, but they also represent something bigger. It's pride in community and confidence in its future. Businesses are a big part of what gives a community its energy and its personality. The storefronts we pass every day, the places where we shop, eat, work, worship, and meet friends, they shape how our town looks and how it feels. Improvements like these send a positive message. They say this is a place worth investing in. They say this community is growing and we're moving forward. Tonight, we're recognizing the businesses that have taken that extra step. Businesses that have invested time, resources, and creativity into making their properties better, and in the process, making our community better too. Their efforts help create attractive streets, strengthen our economy, give residents and visitors alike a great first impression of our town. And for those dog walkers, it's also really nice when you recognize that's a new front door color, that's a new light fixture. So to the businesses we're honoring tonight, thank you. Your investment, your hard work, and your pride in your property help make this community a place we're all proud of. We appreciate what you've done, and we're excited to recognize your efforts tonight. So I'm going to ask the following to just come forward as a group. From Cardinal Capital Group, Nicole Jangrave, Madison Prime, who unfortunately can't be here tonight, Temple Beth Tikva, Bruce Topolowski, who's the lay leader, and Vista Life Innovations, Mimi Clark Corcoran.
Me. Vista Life comes into it. We're a crowd. We go together. And it's really an honor. Thank you. Thank you for Vista and for all the young members and students that we serve every single day. And to this group, I just happened to join the group about 5 months ago. But it's really these individuals that had the vision, and Helen Bosch, the former executive director, who this really belongs to, and Rick and Gerard and Peter have been leaders around us, and they really transformed Bradley Road. So it's my honor to stand with them and to be with all of you. So thank you.
I'd like to invite John Mathers up to present our milestone awards. You're going to have a little history lesson here because we have 6 awards with remarkable milestones that happened in 2025 in our community.
My good friend Carlene Weiss said, "Not you again." Thank you for that. So I'm pleased to be presenting the Milestone Awards tonight to 6 remarkable organizations and businesses. Would the following people please come forward? From the Madison Country Club, Tyler Morrison. From the North Madison Volunteer Fire Department, Chief Mike Penders. From R.J. Julia Booksellers, Lori Fazio. The Scranton Library, Allison Murphy. The Barn, Robin Klaskin. In the Women's Club of Madison, Melody Wergow. The Scranton Library is not only an architectural landmark for our beautiful downtown, they have been providing access to information, fostering lifelong educational and cultural learning, cultivating relationships among our residents, and improving the quality of all of our lives here in Madison since the year 1900. Congratulations on 125 years. The Women's Club of Madison, with a mission to be responsible leaders, being of service to others, improving the social, cultural, and physical environments, and promoting appreciation of the arts. The Women's Club of Madison has been a pillar of our community for 125 years. The Madison Country Club, also celebrating 125 years. A private club with just 500 members, the Madison Country Club is the recipient of Connecticut State Golf Association's Distinguished Club Award, recognizing their continual support and advancement for the game of golf, being a model of excellence to other Connecticut golf clubs, consistently supporting amateur golf, including providing free services and tee times and tournaments for Daniel Hand High School boys and girls teams, and for providing extraordinary service to the association. Congratulations. For 100 years, the citizens of North Madison have slept well at night because of the Nomads and Paul Harris. The North Madison Volunteer Fire Company is a group of highly trained men and women who protect over 3,000 homes, several commercial complexes, thousands of acres of forest, 3 schools, several nursery schools, and daycares. In addition, they provide mutual aid services to those of us who live in South Madison and other neighboring towns. Congratulations. R.J. Julia Booksellers. Everyone's favorite bookseller. R.J. Julia opened its doors 35 years ago as an independent bookseller whose mission was to be a place where words matter, where writer meets reader, and where the ambiance and selection of books creates an atmosphere that is welcoming. They're known for their gracious and knowledgeable staff who are fiercely committed to putting the right books in the right hands. Hosting over 300 events each year, R.J. Julia is a favorite destination for locals and out-of-town visitors alike. And the Barn. The Barn is a place that offers artistic programming and events for shoreline youth and their families, thereby empowering young people to pursue their interests and passions and encouraging a sense of community and acceptance through creativity, music, and the arts. The Barn is now celebrating 25 years of providing unique cultural experiences that build self-confidence and fulfill the needs of our youth.
So, what a wonderful evening. I hope you've all learned a little something, perhaps been inspired to become a part of something, and I look forward to seeing you be a little more involved, perhaps, this year in the Madison Chamber. Tonight we gathered not only to celebrate incredible businesses, organizations, and individuals, but also to celebrate the spirit of our community. Madison is really a special place. Many of you know I live in Guilford. But Madison was East Guilford. And I really want to call out that I'd like to give a shout out to the town of Madison for their support, because Madison is turning 200 this year. So America's turning 250 and Madison 200. So on June 27th, stay tuned for a pipeline of information that's going to be coming out. There's going to be the Strawberry Moon Festival. We're going to have a very special 4th of July parade thanks to the Exchange Club. Madison Cultural Arts is going to have their annual concert on the green. It's going to be a remarkable fireworks display to celebrate Madison and America's birthdays. So I hope to see you there, and I hope that you come out to enjoy and celebrate all things wonderful in Madison and our country. I would also like to extend a sincere thank you to our generous sponsors. Your support of the Madison Chamber allows us to continue to bring our business community together. Your support also allows me to bring these community events together so that we can bring visitors and our residents together to enjoy all things wonderful in Madison. Even if it is during Super Bowl when it's chilly, or during Beachcomber when it's warm, or trunk or treat on the green with the police department's support, or if we bring Santa down the street and we have the support of our volunteer fire department and once again our police department to bring Santa into town to greet children in front of our library. It's really special. I enjoy our work. So please join me in thanking our Leadership Circle sponsors, the Madison Beach Hotel and Madison Neighbors Magazine. Our community partners this year are Kitchens by Gedney and Orlando and Son Painting. Thank you. And our friends of the Chamber are Ascend Bank, Cardinal Capital Group, Fine Home Solutions by John Brady, Cher Walton and Peter Scranton, and the Joseph Family Farm in Madison. So thank you for your support. This gentleman right here to my right, Mr. Peter Sykes, he's part of our team, and I'd like to thank you. You're at all of my events. You take photos. You're like a part of our family, my family and our chamber family, and I appreciate your volunteerism, your support. Thank you for your talent and your giving. Mr. Andrew Stein and Mr. Cade Canessa, if you wouldn't mind standing, Cade. These gentlemen put our work onto film, so thank you for your support and your volunteering again. And then our board of directors. I couldn't do my job without you. Our volunteers, couldn't do my job without you. Our accountant and bookkeeper is here. Dina, we love you. You keep it all transparent, and that's part of our DNA of the Madison Chamber. So before you head out, please make sure to stop by the front to check out the results of tonight's silent auction. Mallory and Melissa have compiled it's 2 pages, and maybe you won.
I
see
did.
you did. You're so excited. So our process is going to be pretty streamlined. Generally, in the past, we had people checking out and presenting your card. We're just going to have you give us your digits because we know where you are. And so we'll just take your information. I'll charge it over the next day or two. Or if you have a check or cash, we'll take that too. But checkout is there. Mr. John Brady and Jeremy Jackson will be our runners to receive the auction items. So when you just head up front, check out if you're a winner. And of course, I want to thank you, Jeremy, for being my rock, for always being there and unwavering and always going to be my backup to our children, Olivia and Hunter. and just always giving me that little bit of relief when I get a little hyper about things, and you just let me settle down. And there's nothing better than having friends in a community, but there's nothing better than coming home and having your best friend and your partner to relate all of your things with. Because the being in charge of a chamber, it's a busy job, right? And we're all very busy. And so I really appreciate you and I love you. So thank you. So I look forward to seeing you and have a safe trip home. Thanks again and have a good night. Thanks for coming.
Sure.